What's up, you guys? Joe Dobby here, back at it again with another gameplay video for you guys. Now, I know I haven't been really releasing these as often, but I wanted to test out Shivamon facing Rocket Anna. Her Twitch will be in the link in the description below. Shout out to Team Never Spark, and I, as of now, am a member of Team Icewall. So we're gonna get started here. This is my first time playing Shivamon with my specific build, and Rocket Anna has her own specific build for Blue Flare, and we're both kind of playing the decks for the first time here. So Mushroomon into a Mimi, pretty good start, I'd say. It looks like I didn't have a better rookie to place. The build is kind of wonky. Well, it's pretty good. It's just I totally forgot that I had that Green has memory Digimon like Terriermon, so that's gonna be a switch up. I'll do the deck profile some other time, but she manages to get the Gaussmon, a memory boost, and a Greymon on the board. Super efficient use of memory there, setting me to 3. I kind of do a little bit of counting, Yu-Gi-Oh turn, and then I go into the Kogamon. So Kogamon is my purple spice for the deck. I know not a lot of players like him, but I personally like being able to retaliate with Cherrymon if I were to redirect and lose the battle. In addition to that, I can go into Shivamon and protect the stack, and I do that here. Just the Shiva Turbo is kind of like the goal here. So now, should she swing, it's not going to feel that bad. I can take her down to 4 security. And I don't think Blue Flare actually has a way to deal with Shivamon apart from hard removal with like bounce effects. Because I don't think you actually get the DP to swing over Shiva at 12k here. So it drops the Sojo, which is kind of nice. Gaussmon's going to get to swing, triggering into the red veggie, gets to drop the male bird, and should be able to play a Kiriha here, but it looks like she doesn't have the Kiriha, so she's going to go ahead and actually strip 2 sources with the Sojo. Going to run that real quick, as we forgot the trigger. And I believe she may go into a Metal Greymon here, still deciding on a play. So she does actually jump into the Metal Gray to stun the Shivamon for the turn. And I think this is pretty good, right? Because then I'm going to be able to swing and then put her down to 3 security, and I've got security advantage. And next turn, Shivamon is going to be able to trash again. So this stalls for 1 turn, allowing me to not be suspended, which is kind of nice. But then I just have the merciful mode, so I go right on ahead and delete that thing. It's going to material save 2, which is nice as well. But merciful mode will trash the top of security at the start of my turn. If Shiva was suspended, actually, Shiva would trigger immediately after that, which is pretty punishing, but that's not the case. So pretty good game overall for me so far. I kind of have board advantage with the level 7 up already, and Anna here is kind of stuck without a Gaussmon, it seems. Yeah, guys, excited to be part of Team Icewall. Oh, goes into the Kumamon. Totally forgot about that play, just to strip the Retal, but once again, taking me to 2 or less sources, which is stunnable by Metal Greymon. So I think that's what she's doing, making sure I stay at 2 sources instead of 3. However, Merciful Mode does get trashed anyway, so should be pretty fine there. Shivamon should be stunned once again, so I just go into Sunflowmon, and Sunflowmon is so good, dude, because I use that Digivolve effect to suspend the Shiva and actually hard play a Sunflow, and I believe I Chimeramon here. Yes, the beautiful 2 of Chimera, allowing me to take that Kogamon and actually adding it to the bottom source, giving this Chimera retaliation, and 3 different colors, so minus 3k, deleting all floodgates at that point. Chimera does in fact die here, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'm okay with the single Shiva on board. I could have suspended Mimi here. I think I do. I don't. Maybe because I don't have a rookie, but that's okay. So, I did have a rookie, so I should have suspended the Mimi and maximized my turn. Note to self. So we've got Decker Greymon here. Good card overall. Has all of the inheritables for the level 4s. for Blue Flare, which is pretty powerful, but just does not have that DP to kill the Shivamon. And without any bounce cards in your deck, it's just not going to happen. It's going to be hard to take care of Shiva. You're going to have to win before Shiva actually takes it. And you're not even allowed to play option cards because Shivamon is the only Digimon on the board. Obviously, you can play the delay effects because you already used that option, which is okay. But I feel like I just shut her down from being able to use cards like Blaze Memory Boost, which could have given her so many pieces, you guys. And that's just ridiculous in my opinion. So the Greymon here goes for 4. I think she tried to return a Metal Greymon, but that's kind of, you have to use Mailbird to do that. And if you drop Mailbird, you actually don't get your metal back, because if you don't have a Kiraha, you have to play Kiraha and not get Metal Greymon. You only get metal if you have the Kiraha already. So I believe she's going to try to go for the free Kiraha here. However, she's gonna end up passing quite a bit of memory because I'm still at 4, so it's gonna be a not maxed out play. Personally, at this point, I probably would have just straight up put me to 5 and dropped the Greymon too. So you've got 3 bodies, but it's not usually. It depends on the player as well. So I end up at 5 here because of the Mem boost, and I Armor Purge out the Decker Gray, just trying to control the board a little bit, making sure the Decker Gray can't stun me or anything like that. Obviously, she can go back into the Decker Gray, but with Shivamon not being able to be removed, it's just a matter of time before the security is busted anyway. So hard play into the Cherrymon here, just to redirect damage and retaliate into it as well. So I can actually get rid of Metal Greymon with Rush if she decides to swing by redirecting it to my Cherrymon with Retal, which is pretty powerful, I'd say. So my main mistake with this build, I was kind of in a rush to build it. Oh, sweet tech here with Leomon. I personally like the Greymon. It's more aggro. It feels like the chemistry is a little bit more there with the deck. Especially with the Metal Greymon with Rush, but Leomon can be pretty oppressive, which is kind of nice. So, alright, we're diving into game 2 now. Sorry for the reduced quality. I don't know why this happened. My camera I probably didn't focus it well, which is why this happened, but I believe it stabilizes in a bit. But I go into the Mushroom here, Veggie for 1, and just a regular old red Veggie. It's a 3 cost to play, an easy Jogress target, right, with Chimera, especially when I've got Kogomon out, making it a very easy, no-brain decision, especially when I have Mimi to pick. And then I Digizorb into the Cherry for 1 here, and I believe I just straight up go into or do I wait it out? Spoiler alert, I just dropped Mimi. That way I can redirect the Gaussmon damage to the Cherrymon anyway, which is kind of nice. Digi Emperor is something I didn't play around one time real quick, but we'll see the Blaze Boost here. Couple good targets. We see the Decker Gray, the Metal Gray, and the Decker Draw. Bottom deck's Tamers and some good cards though, so that's kind of rough. Yeah, so I immediately go into Mushroomon here. Oh, this quality is so bad. I gotta check the quality before I start recording every match. But anyways, I have to pay the 2 memory because I done goofed, right? I should have gone into a Vegemon or something else before boosting. That way I'd at least have a level 4 on the board without passing turn. And then I do go into a red Veggie, so I did have it in hand. Unfortunate misplay there. Didn't have to lose that memory, but that's cool once again. I believe I go for this Cherry Swing because I'm like, why not? Oh, there we go. No, this is actually a ridiculous play. So Digisorb to 1. She's gonna try to use that Blaze Boost maybe. Gaussmon's gonna try to swing maybe, but I believe the best play here is to just go for it. Try to get some pieces on the board, especially if you can drop that Greymon. Because if you drop that Greymon, you'll be able to search. But Mailbird is just as good because now you've got a memory setter. I do play the Argomon here. So Argomon is pretty busted in my opinion. In combination with Shivamon for the meta, because then you're just suspending so many Tamers, and I think it's kind of ridiculous. So that's pretty good. And yeah, Anna's just making a big decision here. I think she's gonna go into the Leomon actually. Yeah, so that's a Leomon. So now that's a gain 3 memory off being a blocker, which is kind of nice. But once again, I'm playing Shivamon, so it's kind of a rougher matchup because I don't need to swing at you. I can just keep these Cherrymons on the board 5 ever and just take care of it there. So I know that I'm going to get Shivamon eventually, so I just swing over the bodies, get rid of some resources, and that save mechanic is kind of thwarted now that I've gone into Argomon here. Argomon is a sweet tech, and I go into Shivamon immediately after that, so that's pretty cool. And now she can't use the Kiraha to basically use the Digimon underneath the board. So now I feel like I've completely locked Blue Flare unless there is a way to bounce my Digimon, whether it's Kakaitis Breath, Decordra Plasma Launcher, Rattlestar, what have you. Without any way to swing over my Mons or remove them from the board, I can just keep swinging over her Digimon with save, and then Shivamon will just continue to trash security. This is kind of like the perfect lock. This is where you want to be with this deck when you have Argomon and Shivamon out, especially against this type of matchup. The Leomons are going to be putting in a bit of work though, not going to lie, especially with one of them being a blocker, but I believe I take care of that pretty quickly. I can even Digizorb here and go straight into a Nidhogg if I did have the Nidhogg, but I don't think I saw the Nidhogg in this specific match. So yeah, I HPD into Merciful Mode for 1. This was kind of a misplay. I should have swung with the Shivamon first because the Merciful Mode will delete the Leo and I don't end up being suspended and I just miss out on trashing an extra security from Shivamon's effect. But that's still not too bad because, once again, with these Tamers being super suspended, there's not much Anna can do here. It's kind of like a complete lock once again. So Blaze Boost to 5. If you have the pieces, you can kind of go into Metal Gray and stun things, but definitely not there. So she picks up the Greymon. I believe there's a few pieces in the deck that make it a little bit difficult to increase the consistency of the searches, like the Gomas and the Leos. Sweet techs nonetheless. Digi Emperor is really good into Crossheart, so I totally see why she would play that. But yeah, the matchup is also kind of rough because I just want to go into my level 6s, and if she can't remove them, then it's kind of difficult to get out of this situation. But yeah, gets into the Metal Gray here. Only target to stun, unfortunately, is the Kogomon because all my other Digimon have at least 3 sources, which is more than the requisite to stun. Gets into the swing, unsuspend, so she gets to actually target one of my other Digimon here to stun, and I believe she goes for the, if I'm not mistaken, she's gonna go for the Shivamon, I think. So plays another Blaze. Ooh, no. I believe she switches into a blue memory boost here instead of the Blaze because she does not want to pass 5. And I can totally see that logic. You know, don't pass 5, just keep them at 3. And you get to see your pieces anyway, right? She's going to get to pick up one of the pieces that she's going to need and still get that delay 2 memory gain anyway. So I believe that that's fine. You don't need a Kiraha anymore anyway. So at this point, you just need your Digimon. So definitely better than Blaze Boost. Actually, if you did Blaze and whip out a Kiraha, you'd have it unsuspended. But at that point, you're only able to cross once with the Kiraha effect. And then after that, that's kind of it. So pretty good looks there. I go into the Cherrymon just to thwart that Gaussmon being prepped up once again. Those saved Digimon are never going to see light of day, which is kind of nuts. And I hit the Sojo. So a really funny thing, I think I play Pomu here. I don't raise the Palmon, obviously, because of the Digi Emperor. So I play the Pomu and I Samadhi the Sojo. So now the Samadhi the Sojo, the Argomon's never gonna like unsuspend any of these Mons, and this is pretty control-y as far as the board's concerned. I have the Cherrymon with Retal to redirect if needed, but she's gonna get all the memory in the world. All she needs is a way to draw, and if she can draw into a piece, then you're probably there's a way to get out of it, right? So there's always a way if you can draw the right stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and swing. I'm deciding whether to take the DPS here, and yeah, I do take that damage into my Digimon, and it dies. But unfortunately, there's nothing she can play because of the Pomu lock, Just probably tried to draw at that point. And he's gonna go ahead and Digicross. Unfortunately, it's not. Oh, uses the memory boost first. That makes sense. Yeah, we do takesies, backsies. It's just testing and learning. Once again, it's our first time running it. So very good stuff. Gets into the Metal Gray with a rush, unsuspends, but he hits a Samadhi, which is unfortunate because then I just stun that Metal Greymon from the unsuspend. What a hit. That said, the Metal Gray does get to stun Pomu and one other Digimon, which is kind of nice because of the male bird effect. But I believe at this point it's looking pretty solid in my favor here. That Samadhi came absolutely clutch. She was actually going to get game there because I had already used Cherrymon's effect, which was once per turn. And like all the Digimon, all the Tamers being suspended also stops Kumamon. Goes into the Decker Greymon, could add the Decker Drummon to stun another Digimon yet again. So that's going to be a third Digimon stunned. But I will have 2 swings here and a trash 1 with the Shiva. So the Shiva actually secured lethal for me here, which is a very, very nice thing to have. Yeah, I love Shivamon. It feels very purple, you guys, and I cannot wait for EX03 when we will have access to even more purple-green Digimon. It's gonna be so nice. And yep, we end up trashing the top here. I've got 3 Digimon that are stunned. It should be the Shiva, the Argo, and the Pomu. Yep, so Argo, Shiva, and the Pomu were stunned here, but all I really have to do is get into a level 4, raise the Mimi. Suspend the Mimi to raise the level 4 in raising, and I play around Hammer Spark and Digimon Emperor at the same time, and it's just a swing for game at that point. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the content, don't hesitate to like and subscribe, and peace. Bye.